For this assessment, as with all assessments, you need to show all of your work on a piece of paper so that you can submit it at the end. Showing your work does two things for you. One, it allows your math teacher to give you partial points if you get something wrong but show a ton of great work on your paper. And two, it's really the only way we can give you points on these is if you verify that you know how to do them by showing your work. So it's also usually only possible for you to upload one picture in your work. For the practice test, you won't need to upload the picture, but since we are practicing for the real test, we're going to set up a piece of paper the way we will for the test. So this is how you'll set it up for the practice test and for the test. Get out a piece of paper. Let me show you what we're going to do. Okay, to set this up, we are going to start the way we often start by folding our paper in half this way. Pay attention because things are going to get a little bit different starting right now. So I've got it folded in half this direction. I'm going to get a nice flat crease there. And then I'm going to fold it again in the same direction to get this long, skinny piece like this. Okay, so I folded it in half twice in the same direction this time. Now, here's the part that gets really crazy. Are you ready? Keep in mind, this does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly equal. That will help you maybe calm down about it. We're not folding in half this way, we're folding in thirds. So before I press it down, I kind of try to eyeball it. And if I fold it like this and I say, okay, does this now look like about 2 equal sections? If it doesn't, if this one looks too big, then I kind of slide this over. Oh, that looks too small, slide it back, okay? So I just kind of try my best to get that fold until it looks like this piece and this piece are the same. When it looks about the same, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. When it looks about the same, then I fold that crease there. And then to kind of test out if this worked, I actually take this one and tuck it in here. You can fold it on top. What that means is, look, this one overlaps. So I made this one a tiny bit bigger, but it's okay. I'm gonna fold that down there. So we're about to this size, but the important thing is you got thirds this direction. Now we're going to open this up. Now keep paying attention because here's what's going to happen now, okay? You're going to have 9 equations that you have to solve. So write as small as you need to show all your work and fit it in the box. You need to show all of your work. If you absolutely must go on the other side of the paper, that is okay. That you might have to send or put in the comments an extra photo. But if you can fit it all in the front, you could do so by setting it up like this. I'm going to put question 1 here, 2, 3. Those first 3 questions are going to ask you about how many solutions there are on the practice test and on the test. So what you should be showing in these boxes is those usually require some kind of simplifying or cleanup in the equation to be able to tell that. And then 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 9 are all solve the equation. If you want to get those correct, there's plenty of work that needs to be shown. I would even recommend you copy down the original equation before you start any inverse steps, okay? So 1 through 9 is going to be up there. 10 and 11 are word problems, and they usually require a little more space. So are you ready for this? This is just going to be so crazy. The hardest thing about this test is right here. So I'm going to trace this line here. So I needed thirds so that I could get 1 through 9 up there. But then I'm actually going to change things here, and I'm going to put a line down the middle there, and I'm going to ignore these folds. I promise it's going to be okay. And this is going to be question 10, and this is going to be question 11. Again, if you really, really have to go onto the backside, that's okay. You might just have to submit an extra picture. This is how you're going to set it up for the practice test, and then it is also how you will set it up for the actual test.